This movie was horrible. It sucked. It was Morbius level of bad. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a bad movie review. I know I haven't done one since January. I've seen bad movies, but this one kind of made me come back to myself and be like, yeah.
No, God!
So, as I told you in the little intro beginning, this movie is The Invitation, and it stars Nathalie, Emmanuel, Thomas Doherty, Elena Bowden, Alfred from Gotham. Yeah, all these people are in it, and this movie is basically about Nathalie Emmanuel's character, who basically lost her mom recently, working these in and out jobs, and she does 23andMe, the movie's version of 23andMe, and finds out she's got a rich family all the way over in England. And basically they're like, oh, you gotta come meet these people. And even in the beginning of the movie, I was just like, why does this movie act like it didn't come out with a trailer telling us this is about vampires? It's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling nothing for you for right now. And this movie's just going on. You're thinking it's an episode of Bridgerton, and I'm just like, all right, maybe they'll get to the vampiring very soon, hopefully. And, they bring her out to the family, letting her meet all these people. In the beginning, they even tell you, we're getting a marriage of our families coming together. And they show you the main guy in this movie, at least in the small clip that they showed on a cell phone picture, the main guy with his girl, and they're getting married. So you're going through this whole thing of just like, all right, they're about to get married. They don't mention the girl throughout the movie at all. They even weirdly enough, it's like even the actors forgot that they did that part in the movie, which already had me just like, this ain't good, this ain't good. And then the episode keeps going, as I told you earlier, like an episode of Bridgerton. Nathalie Emmanuel's falling for this guy. She's loving him, Mr. Thomas Doherty, and I'll give him all respect. The man is attractive, but you clearly told me in the first 10 minutes of this movie, he's about to get married to this girl. Not Nathalie Emmanuel, this random girl. He's getting married to her. But you're giving me, oh, look at this love story. They're falling in love with each other. Oh, it's just like an episode of Hit. She's clumsy. He's in love. I'm sitting here in the movie theater like, what are we doing? You told me this is a horror movie. You just told me he's getting ready to get married. Why is everybody else in the theater not paying attention to this? I'm the one patient, but everybody in my theater is just laughing and treating this like it's Hitch. They're just like, oh, this is so cute. I'm sitting here lost, trying not to walk out in the middle of this movie. And then when we get the horror clips, I'll go ahead and tell you, it was darker than any form of what you've seen in Underworld, where it's just black and blue. It was like 12 shades darker. You couldn't see the kills. I saw somebody apparently got their neck snapped, and I couldn't even tell where their head went. This is a PG-13 movie, so there was no blood. Like, the blood you saw in the trailer was about the max you got, because it was less in the movie. And then the vampire and stuff really doesn't happen until like the last 30 minutes of the movie, because you're just getting love story. I literally went to a bathroom break in the middle of the movie. Nathalie Emmanuel and Thomas Doherty were still talking on this long talk that they had already been doing. And it just made no sense. People were just, it wasn't even making sense when it came to just the kills. Like, I was seeing people go into the darkest of dark rooms, not able to see one another when they're all wearing white and black clothes. I'm like, you can see this person. But, off-screen kills got worse. And then when I guess they thought everybody in the movies hasn't seen this trailer. So their big twist at the end, spoilers if you really want to see this movie. The big twist in the end is basically only 3 of the people in the movie are vampires. Thomas Doherty, Stephanie Corneliuson, I hope I said her name right. I apologize, you were pretty. And Alana Bolden, who's also pretty. They were basically Dracula and his two wives, and Nathalie Emmanuel is supposed to be the third wife because she's fairly related to one of the families. And it's going to bring all four families together, and all the humans are basically going to be okay just because the vampire has his third wife, but it doesn't really say how that helps the families because all the families already have money. You know, it doesn't make sense. And then they even did the most weirdest thing when everybody turned into vampires. All that happened was their fingernails got a little darker, kind of like WandaVision. And their vampire teeth just got a little bit further. Like, if this was your regular tooth, your vampire tooth was like that. I can honestly say the Twilight vampires are not that bad because they explain these vampires being in the sun as one simple phrase. That's a common misconception that we can't be in the sun. That was the explanation, and nothing was said ever again. And basically, Nathalie Emmanuel would get his powers by taking his blood, you know, the usual. And then somehow she drank too much of his blood. He became weak, and she stabbed him. And basically, if he was a video game character, his boss level dropped down from all the way out here to about right there, just from one stab. And then the other female vampires start fighting themselves, and one of them impales the other one without noticing she impaled herself. Then they became Thanos dust, and you know, and then Dracula got punched 2 times and thrown in the fire, and he was dead. And that's how the movie ended. But then they gave you a little sneak peek part. Nathalie Emmanuel and her knockoff little real black friend, yeah, they gave her a real darker friend to make her appear that she was really in touch with her culture, you know. And they made her be the little rail from Get Out, and she was comedic relief. And they were gonna go kill the guy that tricked Nathalie Emmanuel at the beginning, and because she's got vampire powers now, you know. And then they had a bat at the end. They were like, oh, we're gonna kill this man. Oh, you got a bat? Yeah. Funny, ain't it? Batman. And that was the movie. An hour and 40 minutes that I basically almost walked out on 4 times. If you want to see Nathalie Emmanuel, choose any other Fast and Furious or Game of Thrones episode. Like, this ain't it. Don't see this movie. If you do watch it, complain to me in the comments about how you thought this was bad, because this is Morbius level. Another L for Sony. We got more content coming, y'all. Bad movies. We'll be watching some more. I'll be forcing myself to watch some more, but peace out, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and comment.